Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Well, that did not last long. Came in this morning and I was going to lead the show off by saying I've got some slots left, some squares left. Not anymore.
No,
Just got bought. They're gone. That's it. That's our 2024 In the Building Super Bowl pot. It is completed. That's it. No mas.
No mas.
Hell, I ought to do another one. No, let's not be crazy.
Yeah.
It went so fast. I'm excited. I'm
probably
proud.
good.
It's cool. We had a lot of people. The reason it went though so quickly is because
Slackers, right?
Slackers, we had a lot. And then yesterday we had a lot of people that showed up.
Yeah, how did it go?
Went real well, man. Really well. We probably had, we had a dozen people come in there. I was in there about 90 minutes. Had about a dozen folks come through and bought squares.
Who was working? Was it Zach?
Pictures. White boy, comic. Was his name Zach?
Bald, glasses.
Glasses. Can't tell if he was bald. He had a hat on. Does he do stand-up comedy?
Ooh.
Let's go with yes.
Okay.
I feel like we're profiling. White guy. What's his name? Oh,
I'm
Zach
so
or
bad.
Kelly.
Like, you could tell me your name right now if I just met you. I suck with names.
I did too for the longest time. I've gotten better because it's bad for business.
Oh, well, if we talking money, I remember. But if we just chit-chatting,
Right. Yeah.
We talking money, I got you.
Yeah. No, so it's full, man. That's it. I'm happy. So what we're going to do, and it just now got full 30 seconds ago, so I'm not prepared to pull the numbers. Tomorrow we'll pull the numbers for the Super Bowl pot. And it's funny because I came in here and LG and Rudy both said they don't know how these things work.
No.
So
I've done them
be fun.
and donated money to them and lost.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they work.
Let me have that marker that I gave you.
Oh, yeah.
Fine. Thank you, sir. I have to have a.
Are you like a pothead with this lighter with your pens?
I guess so, yeah.
Potheads with their lighters are serious.
You will rarely see me do our show and not have a pen in my hand. And some days the pen's not even the cap's not even off. I don't know. It's a tick.
Yeah.
It's my thing.
It's all good.
I have to have a pen in my hand. I have notes and stuff.
Yeah,
but I rarely, once we get started, I don't even really use them. But I just never know when I got to write something
You
down.
never know.
You never know. So the spots are all gone. Squares are gone. So tomorrow we'll come in here and I will pull the numbers and then we'll post the numbers. And that way, if you have bought squares in our Super Bowl pot, you can see what your numbers are. So that'll be a good way to kill the show time tomorrow. But thanks to everybody that did show up yesterday. Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of our show. So I made my daughter go with me yesterday.
She ran some video for you, huh?
She did. LG, do you have any? Did you turn it over yet?
Nah.
Okay, cool. Here we go. This is me and my daughter on the production yesterday, kicking ass. It's the official liquor store of In the Building on Love You Heart TV. Got these January specials the rest of the week. And all Texas Cheer Liquors, come on inside. Let's take a look. And, right here in the front. Oh, how convenient. It's right here at the front. Martha Stewart is a convicted convict. She went to Convicted prison. convict. Tax evasion, something like that. So now she's on the 19 crimes list. Martha Shard on sale, $4.99 a bottle. Both these kinds are on sale in here. And
Look at that
got this
pitch, man.
Fireball.
Look at that influencer.
Also part of the January specials until the month ends. And this is the secret one. They're not even posting these. Svetka vodka, also on sale. Specials here. Every month they've got specials at all the Texas Cheers, and this month, wine, Fireball, and vodka all on special. Don't forget to mention In the Building. You get 5% off all things you get in here. 5% off when you mention us. Very good.
You know what you gave me with that jacket? You give me vibes of an ex-FBI agent that's been falsely accused of murder, and he's on the run until he can clear his name. You know those type of movies?
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, it's a very John Rambo vibe.
Yes. He's like, yo, I'm innocent, and I'm not turning myself in until I can prove my innocence. You have to kill a few agents that are trying to kill you. It's off the books.
Okay.
They got the government chasing you, but no one knows about the secret assignment. You're moving city to city. You got a white van.
Yeah.
And then you meet a chick. You meet a chick that wants to help you out.
I look like Face on A-Team. You know, it's funny because I didn't even think about that. I hate the cold.
It gives me innocent, but I got to go improve your innocence or you're going to jail.
Okay. A lot of people, did you see the Rambo movies back in the day?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I got a lot of John Rambo over that jacket.
I had the Rambo knife from the Eisenhower flea market. My pops bought it for me with the compass on the bottom.
Oh, badass.
It was a knife I shouldn't have had, but we were grow up in a different time. Like, it was a knife.
No, that's a knife.
Like, carve up a human body knife.
Right. They carve up a wild
And
hog.
I can't read a compass, but yeah, I think we all had that. Shout out to Eisenhower Flea Market.
I don't want to take away from the live spot, but let's address the jacket in a minute. Thank you to Texas Cheer Liquor. Number 8 let us come out and hang out for a couple hours yesterday. Had a good, a lot of folks came by and filled up Super Bowl squares and there to promote the January specials as well. We got the Svetka vodka, as you just saw. We got the Martha Stewart 19 Crimes and the Fireball. As we do this show today, if you happen to be watching it live, it's January 28th, so you only got a couple of days left to take advantage of these particular specials at all Texas Cheer Liquors. Not just the one I was at, all 7 of them. 6 in San Antonio, 1 in Bernie. It is Texas Cheer Liquor, and everything all year long is 5% off when you mention In the Building. All right, so it's funny that jacket got attention, and I didn't even think about that.
It's dope.
So thank you, man. Thank you. That's an old. So
do people ask you, you form Army? And then you have to tell them no.
Yeah, right. Correct.
Correct.
And I didn't mean for that to happen. So it's funny that's come up because for a long time I would not wear anything like you wouldn't, like 20 years ago or even 10 years ago, you would have not seen me wear that jacket. Because I always felt like, and I guess now I realize maybe it was silly, because I've had a lot of guys that have been enlisted military personnel tell me, you're being silly, don't worry about it. Like, even 10 years ago, I would have told you that I would never wear anything U.S. military. Because I didn't actually serve.
You don't want a false valor.
Correct. I didn't serve. If you served, you deserve to wear that jacket. If you served, you deserve to wear the T-shirt. I'm not going to go wear a U.S. Army T-shirt if I didn't serve in the U.S. Army. I'm not going to go get a Marines, hat or whatever. I'm not going to wear an old camo hat. But then over the years, as I've gotten older, I've heard from a lot of veterans who have said, no, dude, you're supporting the military by representing some of the stuff. Now, don't take credit. If someone asked you, are you military? Don't take a discount. Don't pretend you served, but it's cool. So I feel better about it. And the only reason I even have that jacket is because it belongs to Nina's son. He found that jacket in an old vintage clothing store.
Of course. That's where they always are.
And bought it and never wore it. And I hate the cold. Anything under 55, I wear a big jacket. That is the warmest jacket I have ever worn in my life.
I would think so.
Dude, it's the lining inside of it. It's so warm.
Yeah, it's meant for you to.
And I'm thinking that's early 80s, mid 70s. That could be. I don't know the story behind that jacket. It doesn't have anyone's name on it. A lot of times guys would have take markers and write their names on it. It doesn't have that on the tag. I've looked. But what it does have on it, it has an old patch on the shoulder.
What does it say?
It's a mountain.
Okay.
It's just a patch of a mountain, which tells me whoever wore that jacket, whatever they were doing, they were up in the mountains, because that is a warm jacket.
Yeah, that's for you to be sleeping outside in the mountains, traveling across.
Hiking up in the wilderness.
Right, where you sleeping in a tent. That's for that.
Yeah, so you Army guys out there, help me out. What does the mountain patch represent, other than the obvious? What does it mean to have the mountain patch when they give that to you? Like, where are you? I guess, what's that mean? You know what I'm saying? Everything means something in the service. So a lot of people commented on that jacket. I wore it because it's so dang warm. It does look cool, but it's really warm, and I hate the cold, and so it doesn't take much for me to pull that out. So Nina's son gave that to me because he never wore it. I put it in the closet because our dogs get us up so early. And I wake up before sunup every day because we got to take dogs out when it's in the 30s. And so a lot of times I wear that jacket all the time just to take the dogs out in the morning. Then I don't wear it the rest of the day because the sun comes up and it warms up. But before the sun comes up this time of the year, it's freaking cold, and the wind chill factor and everything. So that jacket has been awesome. And with this shitty, rainy cold we've got in town, I've been wearing that jacket more around town. And thanks for commenting on that. So appreciate y'all hard. Go Army, bitches. So welcome. Thanks to all that showed up yesterday.
Yeah, thank y'all.
And the cool part about that is, Rudy, most of the people that we saw yesterday, I have never met before.
Good.
I always like to meet new members, or maybe not new, but just folks that I've not met before. Now, I love our hardcores.
Yeah, of course.
I love our never dies.
Right.
And I love to see y'all out in the wild. But it's great when I get to meet Thunderdomers or in the building subscribers or Rudy J fans that I've never met before. So that was really cool and tells me I need to get my ass out more. We the one on 410 in Military, West Side.
Yeah.
Need to get around. We need to scatter our little appearances out more.
Why not?
We get stuck in our little bubbles.
Yeah, there's one down the street from me, so yeah, I get stuck in my. Well, actually, I work at a lot of them, but yeah,
right. And Amon AD, Mr. Singh, is the one he recommended I go to that one yesterday, and he was right. We got a huge
Sing, motherfucker.
And only because they posted it, the whole family. As far as Matt, I know Matt ran into some trouble with his special. AD and the family lost his father over the weekend. And as soon as, I'll get to you. We'll get to y'all that, may have gone in. And there's new employees across the chain, so some of them may not know about the online specials or the $13.99 specials. As soon as AD, he's in the middle of trying to bury his father, we'll get back to y'all. But again, I wasn't going to say anything, but they did post it to social media. So thoughts and prayers out to the Singh family. And if you wonder why he works the way he works, is because he saw his dad do 12, 14-hour days every day for as long as he can remember, and apple don't fall far from the tree. So if you run into problems with the special, we'll get to y'all when the Singh families, feels like dealing with stuff like that.
Right. I couldn't agree
and
more.
Thank y'all for the support, and we'll get you right, I promise. But I'm not, I'll talk to him eventually.
I never met Mr. Singh.
I never met Mr. Singh. I met Miss Singh.
I've met
mom. Right.
I've met wife and kid and sister and all and brother-in-law. And man, the Singhs, they are. I mean, that is the people that. If anyone tells you the American dream is dead, that's not true. Those people are the representatives of the American dream.
Renee
this
and
man
AD
comes
and
over here
the
from
wife.
India.
They all together. They all band together and bust ass. All of them.
And just as cool as you can get. If you talk to AD on the phone, you wouldn't know he was Indian. Hey, bro, what's up, dude?
No,
hey, man, what's up?
He mastered his white guy voice to make sure he get that white people money. He's mastered his white guy voice.
Did he go to classes?
Yeah, him and
learn Texan.
Him and Renee mastered. They've mastered their white people voice.
White people.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're out this week and you are within driving distance, which we all are, of a Texas cheer, pop in and buy a six-pack just to support that family. They did lose their daddy this week. I wasn't sure, but he did post it last night. So,
Yeah.
Shout
I
out
wasn't
to
saying
my man.
nothing. I mean, I knew
the
this
Singhs.
weekend,
Yeah, they
but
lost
that
their
wasn't my
daddy.
place.
Correct. And if you get a chance, support that business. They are independently owned Texan Indian people, and we love them hard. Texan Indians. And AD can rap, by the way.
Yeah, he's highly influenced. Him and his sister were huge 50 Cent fans.
I've seen it once, and what she
Go
told.
shorty.
So I've talked to her before about how good he is at rapping. He's good, for real.
Yeah.
He karaoke raps. She said that when they first came over, when they were kids, one of the ways that was how he kind of indoctrinated himself into the student body. Like, oh, I'm the foreign kid. How can I, kind of fit in? He started listening to gangster rap.
Why not?
Pretty good idea.
Hey, this may be controversial, but it's what I believe. I believe rap music did just as much for race relations as some things in the civil rights movement. And now I know all rap music isn't positive and all of that, but when you go to a rock concert, 98% white people.
Mm-hmm.
Country, 98% white people. Pop, same. You go to a hip hop concert, you got Hispanics, you got whites, you got blacks, you got Asians, you got Indians. That's hip hop was one of those things that it was just everybody was welcome as far as fandom goes. So it brought a lot of people together, because when you're at a concert, we all just there representing 50 Cent. At that moment, even if I do have a problem with white guy, black guy, whatever, it just is what it is.
other races, whites, Latinos, rap was a huge thing in the black community in the late 70s and 80s. But it was suburban white women in their minivans who were listening to
You can go on social media
whatever that really made rap become. And honestly, hip hop.
Where are the white women
Hip hop is the number one music genre in this country right now.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's true. I think it's rock's way the hell down the list now.
Yeah, rock had its moment.
Hip hop and R&B music, black folks music is by far the most popular music in America, and that's probably never going to change anymore.
Yeah.
And you're welcome, because me and all my white buddies and Mexicans, we loved gangster rap in the 90s.
We all did. Your ex-hustler bought your jacket, Mike. It's called the 10th Mountain Division. They're out of Fort Drum, New York.
Really? Okay. That's a lot
According to ex-hustler.
That's a lot of detail, and so I'm inclined to believe you. Let me write that down. 10th Mountain
Division.
Okay.
Out of Fort Drum, New York.
You can tell that just by that patch? Okay. Fort Drum, New York. Okay.
Right.
That didn't, okay.
Yeah, then
I'll never track down who that jacket belongs to. If that person reaches out to me and they're alive and they can prove it's theirs, I'll give it back to them. Found it in a freaking vintage clothing store. Might have been Goodwill.
Is this the son at NYU?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He didn't get it at NYU.
No, I know.
He got it here somewhere. I need to ask him exactly where he bought it. So thanks, man, for all the love for the jacket. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of feel good.
Yeah.
Let's do some punching. Come on.
You want to punch
I
someone?
gotta balance it out. You know, I can't deal with this feels too much. Let's get violent up here. It's time for people that want to punch, presented by the law office.
See, that's the Gen X in us.
Right, in Orlando.
We don't like to be in our feelings too long.
Who would you like to punch today?
Man, sorry, San Antonio, but I'm going to punch the NBA.
All of it. Like
all of
Adam
the
Silver.
NBA, the upper brass that are in charge of marketing these new players.
Okay.
Try to turn the corner from LeBron and Steph and KD. Because Anthony Davis said something, and immediately I was mad at Anthony Davis. But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? He's right. I do. Anthony Davis was talking about Defensive Player of the Year. And Anthony Davis said, I feel like there is a narrative being pushed to help Wemby win Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, my.
He said he averages 4 blocks. I don't know how anything works anymore. This is what I'll say. Is Wemby a better shot blocker than Anthony Davis? Absolutely. Is he a better defender than Anthony Davis? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. Not yet. Better defender. Shot blocking and actually defending, beating guys to the spots, making guys work tougher for shots. Now, Wemby, he's 7'5". He just waits on you to shoot, and then he goes and gets it out of the air. That is a skill set, and Wemby's probably going to win 4 or 5 Defensive Players a year. But I do feel like there is a lot of narratives, not just for Wemby, but for a few young guys. But in the NBA, they have no choice, because it's like, okay, we probably got maybe 2 more years with LeBron, maybe 2 or 3 more with Steph, maybe 2 or 3 more with KD. We have to, and the NBA's done this since David Stern and Michael Jordan. NBA has always promoted individuals over teams.
Okay.
So this isn't anything new, but I agree. I do think they're pushing narratives for Wemby. I do feel like, look, I'm cool with it. It's my city, my team. I'm down with it. I'm down with it because it's my team. But let's say if Wemby played for, hell, I don't know, Houston or Memphis, I'd be like, dude, we get it. He's tall. It's cool, but it's a lot. Back off. I do feel like they're forcing Wemby down everybody's throats.
Because he's the new hotness.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just let it happen.
I didn't know about this until you said something.
What, that Anthony Davis said that about Wemby?
Yeah. So I've got full quotes from AD. I'll never get Defensive Player of the Year. They're not going to give it to me. The league doesn't like me. I'm the best defensive player in the league, though. I can switch 1 through 5. I can guard the pick and roll with the best in the league. From a big standpoint, I block shots, I rebound. I think the goalpost just gets moved sometimes. Some guys throughout the years have been awarded Defensive Player of the Year because they had the most blocks in the season. I've done that a couple of times, and I didn't get it. Or is it about team defense? Or is it about individual defense? Or what numbers do you have on the defensive end? All right.
Hold on. triggered Mike in 3. Triggered Mike Taylor in 3, 2, 1.
You're the biggest pussy in the NBA.
You see how I
You
do
have
that, LG?
ridden
You see how I
coattails
do
in
that?
L.A. I'm sorry that the Los Angeles Lakers starting center feels like no one likes me. It's tough being on the Lakers playing with LeBron. Your team literally has a guy with a guaranteed contract because his daddy plays with you. I mean, they make docuseries about your team.
Yeah.
You
they
have
do.
won a title.
They did.
I'm sorry that you're a big pussy and you couldn't hack it in New Orleans and you had to go ride coattails in L.A. with LeBron. Oh,
That's true.
what a pussy. Try to play 60 games in a season and get back to me about being Defensive Player of the Year. When's the last time he put 60 games on the table?
Ooh. I have to look
Thumbs
that up.
down on that.
No, thumbs
down.
So you want to just double it? So
I'm
you want
not
me to?
saying they're not hoping Wemby does take over
They
the
have
league.
to. They
I'm
got
not
to push
saying
somebody
that.
else. Golf has to do it too. Everybody
Why
has
are
to.
you crying, man?
Because he's never won one, Mike, and he probably should have.
Has he ever bitched before?
Look, the messenger isn't the best messenger, but that doesn't mean he's not right.
I think he's soft.
He is.
And I think he
is
mails
soft.
in games.
He is soft. He's
Yeah.
soft. All of
He's-
that is true.
He's soft.
All of that
He's
is true.
always hurt, and he always bitches, and there's always something. He has failed LeBron time and time again in playoff series by disappearing in big moments. I'm not saying that he's wrong. I just don't want to hear that from him. And should he have won? Should he have won the Defensive Player of the Year? Sure. Somebody says Matt says he played in 76 games last season.
He did, but okay.
That's a miracle.
Let's look at the last 10 years.
Miracle.
60,
He's soft.
61, 75, 75, 56, 62, 36, 40,
Yeah.
56, 76. So, yeah.
Why don't you not get hurt every year? Maybe you win an award. Jeez. I'm not even saying he's wrong. When he's right, and he remembers to bring his nutsack with him to the gym,
Sure.
he's incredible. He got Tim Duncan comparisons out of college or out of high school.
Which we were totally wrong about.
Totally wrong. And we got to quit doing that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be the next Timmy. Hut. It's a good punch. I love him again, but I'm going to punch him for the second time in a week. I'm going to punch Houston's own, the great Jimmy Butler.
He's out again.
He
right?
quit yesterday. You see this?
He just walked out of practice, right?
He's
'Cause
just
they
like, I'm out.
Well, they told him he wasn't starting, and he left.
Yeah, he just bails on the team. That's not, I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but do you feel good about trading for Jimmy Butler now? Knowing that he can just turn on you on a dime like that? What has happened where he has decided just to become insubordinate with them?
Well, this happened. Look,
He's been suspended indefinitely, by the way. He won't play for the Heat again.
right. I'll tell you this. As great as Pat Riley is, and I know, you're dealing with Pat, even though Pat's not the coach, you deal with Pat. You could go back to Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson wore thin on Pat Riley over time. When Shaq went to the Heat, he wore thin over Pat over time. LeBron wore thin with Pat over time. So Pat Riley has a way of needling you to the point, and I'm not saying Pat's wrong, but with certain stars over the last 30 years, Pat Riley ends up eventually getting on your damn nerves. And I think that's kind of where Jimmy is with it. Mm-hmm. Pat's super honest, and even though he's probably right most of the time, with these guys and their egos, what do you mean Rich Paul and Maverick Carter can't ride on the plane with me? I'm LeBron James. What do you mean? You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's not new. It's nothing new, because even though him and Magic got 5 titles together, did great things together, eventually Magic was like, dude, I'm sick of your shit. I don't feel like I'm 20 years in the league. You got me running wind sprints in the middle of the week when we got 4 games in 7 nights. So
you're saying that guys eventually get tired of working for Pat.
yeah,
Fair. But the way Jimmy's
handling
it,
like a biatch.
dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just literally
Biatch.
walks out. Because he's mad because he's not traded. He's been acting like a dumbass for the better part of a month.
Right.
They suspended him 7 games, brought him back, suspended him another couple of games because he missed the plane. I guess he figures he's just trying to get through. He's just trying to force his way out.
He's trying to force his way out.
He misses the plane the other day on purpose, but he only gets suspended twice. He was probably hoping that they would fire him after he missed the plane, but no, they bring him back. So he's like, well, let me just try walking out of practice in the middle of the practice. Now he's gotten his wish. He's been suspended indefinitely, which means he won't play again in Miami.
You got to read.
Go home and get your
read
fucking
the
shine
room.
box.
These guys got to read the room, and this has been an argument for decades when you talk about sports talk radio and athletes and salaries. But right now, when eggs are $12, gas is almost $3. People can't. Some of these employees can't pay people what they deserve. You need 2 and 3 jobs just to have an apartment. When you're getting $48 million this year and $52 next year. You got to read the room, Jimmy, and just be like, you know what, I'm going to suck it up. And you'll be, again, that's blue. So after this season, he has a player option. So you just finish this year out, and then next year you leave. Like, read the room, bro. Like,
the season's over.
People are doing too
2 months.
bad out here to hear you bitching about $48 million guaranteed. I'm
Handle
sorry, I
that
hate to
inside.
be that guy because it's his life, and he's got to do what's best for him. I get that. But sometimes you got to read the room and be like, go and pray about it, talk to somebody about it. Go talk to somebody that's going to tell you the truth. And they'll probably tell you, if it's somebody that really cares about you, they'll probably tell you, bro, you're making $48 million this year. You probably made $200-300 million in your career. You got 3 months left.
Yeah.
You got 3 months left, dude.
Or handle that business in the office. Don't
Right.
walk out on the guys.
No, it's
Don't
BS.
shit on Eric
and I like
Spoelstra.
Jimmy. This is
It's not,
crazy.
it's not like him.
Right.
He's 36. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
That's
And that's the other thing, Jimmy. Like, no, I don't want to give you another $300 million. You're 36. And you're always hurt.
Yeah.
No. I mean, Pat's probably an asshole. But
That's fine.
you got 3
Major
months.
asshole.
Dude, you got 3 months left at $48
right.
mil.
Handle it like a pro.
Right.
That's not cool at all. So I'm punching him again. Orlando Kell, that's who brings our punches every day. If you need to punch your ex-wife to the curb or punch your current wife to the curb and make her your ex-wife, Orlando can do it at 210-775-4995. The official family lawyer of In the Building. 50% of us are going to wind up getting divorced. It's a crapshoot. It's unfortunate, but if you wind up on that side of the coin, you know, it's sad and it sucks. Or maybe for some of y'all it's happy, whatever. But what it is at its face is it's a business agreement. When you decide to get into a divorce with your spouse, yes, there's emotion and all this kind of thing, but it's really just an arbitration hearing on paper.
Right.
And Orlando, you get all that. You handle the emotional part. Orlando handles the paperwork. Because in the long run, what matters the most is the arbitration, the business. Orlando's our guy. Email him. OrlandoKillLaw@gmail.com.
I'm letting you read that super chat. I'm not reading that. It's too much.
You're not reading this? Okay.
Go ahead. Give it a go.
1999.
Put your glasses on.
Do I need my glasses?
You need your readers for that, don't
I
you?
can see it from this distance.
Thank you for the 1999. Mike, have at it.
If Tua picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers to a pick. If Tua picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers to a pick? I feel like you should have given us $40 to read that. 1999. Come on, man.
Thank you.
Are you bad at tongue twisters?
No.
The first one I learned as a kid was the big black bug bled black blood. The big black bug bled black blood.
Mine was the pickers.
Can you say big black bug bled black blood?
Big black bug bled blood.
Big black bug bled black blood.
Big black bud bled. No, I guess I am bad at it.
Big old long black one.
All right. Thank you to Orlando. All right. Yesterday, I saw this on the chat, but I didn't.
What?
We were ranting about God knows what. Probably the stupid Cowboys or something. LG mentioned that I laughed like the black guy from RoboCop. Quite the obscure reference. It's one of LG's favorite movies, RoboCop.
I loved RoboCop as a child.
Former University of North Texas grad Peter Weller.
The main character?
Played RoboCop.
Former Alamo Heights grad.
That's right.
What?
Peter Weller.
San Antonio's own. Is he alive, Peter Weller?
Yeah, he's alive and well. He lives in France.
Okay, all right. Probably shows
Viva
up
la
at
France!
probably Comic-Con and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's been to the San Antonio Comic Con.
All
once.
right. For those that have, for those
I
that
couldn't
have
remember
not
when
seen-
LG saw it. When LG wrote it yesterday, I laughed, but I can't remember how he laughed.
I have a handful of different laughs for me. It depends on I don't know. I did just fly out. I guess I don't know if there's a pattern to it, but I have like 4 or 5 different laughs.
Okay.
Sometimes though, I get like high pitch guy. I'm assuming you're talking about the high pitch Mike Taylor laugh. Do you have an example of the guy you're talking about for those that don't know the obscure reference of the black guy from RoboCop?
Well, I should say the black villain from
Villain.
RoboCop.
Oh,
Because there's
got
a black
you.
dude that's like the chief of police also.
Right.
There's 2 tokens in there.
It's the bad token that helps Red Foreman and his gang as they terrorize whatever city this takes place in. The guy that played Red Foreman in '70s show. What's his name?
Clarence Boddicker.
Clarence Boddicker.
No, that's
is
the
the
character.
That's the character.
Yeah. I don't remember his real name.
Oh, I should know this too. And nonetheless, are we allowed to play the laugh
not?
at all legally?
I just cut the laugh when I
Okay.
played the
All right.
clips.
Here's the laugh LG's talking about.
Yeah. You do have that.
I do that on occasion.
You have then you have this deep, devilish villain laugh too.
Yes,
Yeah, you have
I think
that
it
laugh.
depends. Like
That's when you're really tickled. When you go the one LG played, that's when you're really tickled.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I have like a sinister,
really-
cynical.
Yeah. When you're tickled though, you go high.
Yeah, I do.
When I catch you off guard,
When I get legit tickled.
yeah. Yeah.
I sounded like the Joker.
Yeah.
Well, give the man a hand.
I agree with that, LG.
That's funny.
I didn't even
Golly.
remember that. The fact that you remembered that laugh, LG, yeah, you like that movie.
Oh, I watch that movie all the time.
Yeah.
In fact, it's not what you watch on Wednesday, but there's a great documentary on Amazon Prime called RoboDoc,
What?
the making of RoboCop.
Oh, my
And it's
God.
fantastic. It's actually a mini series. So there's several
Really?
episodes.
RoboDoc.
RoboDoc.
Kurtwood Smith.
Yes,
That ring a bell?
Kurtwood Smith,
Kurtwood.
Thank
That's
you,
Red Foreman.
Ray.
Red
Rayan.
Foreman from that 70s show.
That's awesome. I do have that laugh. What were we talking about yesterday when that laugh flew out?
there's no
You
telling.
you laughed about something, and it just reminded me because I had just watched the movie. So
Yeah, when I get legit tickled over something
Yeah.
silly, I tend to have that high pitch. That's
Sure.
funny. Golly.
Damn, it sounds like Mike.
So I mess with Nina because I try to do the Joker laugh, the Joaquin Phoenix, the creepy one, where he's got the Tourette syndrome and he just does
I
that laugh
still
on the
haven't
bus.
watched that movie.
You haven't seen any of those with Joaquin Phoenix, dude?
The one where he's dancing at the top of the steps and shit. I heard
Yeah.
part 2 was a musical and it bombed.
People didn't love it. I liked it okay. The first one was amazing. He plays Arthur Fleck. I see if I can deal with a laugh. It's the morning too. Also, it's funny. Like my voice, the depth of my voice, the octave level.
Yeah.
It changes as the day. Like in the morning, I sound like Rudy, but by like dinner time, I don't. It's weird how like I have a deep voice because I get clogged. See if I can do the Arthur Fleck laugh.
Let me see. I'll give that a
Thank
golf
you.
clap.
That's the best I can
I'll
do.
give that a
I
golf
think
clap.
yeah.
I just hope
It
now
creeps
you ain't gonna be
Nina
able
out.
to talk for 3 days.
I'm going to do that next Halloween. Scare kids.
You should.
All right. It is in the building. I forgot we're doing a show here. We're doing a show, bro. Y'all want to help? Y'all want to help Echo by supporting this money through funds? Supporting this show through funds? Get your ass in here on the super chat and give us your money. You can super chat with us. You can also do the buy me a coffee bit. LG always puts the link on the chat. It is buymeacoffee.com/LoveYouHardTV. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Had a busy day. Yeah, I was out and about yesterday.
You're being an influencer and shit.
Yeah, I did a show. I did my influencer duties, and I helped my daughter with her car window.
Done.
It's done because only one place in town I go. Further proving that if I have a busted glass in a car, I go to R&R Auto Glass right there by the airport at 281 in Tacoma. R&R called them up. Hey, happened again. Are you serious? Yeah. What window got busted? Left driver's side. No problem. We have it in stock. Come on in. My daughter's car has been stolen twice in the last 6 months
Yes.
from the same location.
Did you buy her a club? You might as well buy a club. It's costing you money.
I told her buy a club, and she did. She's got a big old thing on there now. But they busted out the driver's side window to get into the damn thing. They ripped the freaking steering out. They stick a screwdriver in there, and off they go on a joyride. They don't even keep the car.
At least bust it down and sell the parts,
Right.
idiots.
Yeah, have a point.
Like, you're
going to
go to jail, make some money.
It's just for bullshit. They just want to joyride and post on Instagram and stupid crap.
Stupid.
But at least I've got a place to go to, like R&R Auto Glass. If you're cruising, let's say you're going southbound on 281, you exit Tacoma, you take a right. Down there about a mile or so on the left-hand side is R&R Auto Glass, the only place in San Antonio that I go get my glass fixed in my cars. And you should too. They're longtime supporters of our shows and our things, and they're longtime subscribers, day one members of In the Building. R&R Auto Glass, 210-340-2588 or rnautoglass.com. The Rodriguez family, Rick and Janet, my people. That's who I go to when
Appreciate y'all, R&R.
I need to get glass fixed. Thank you so much to R&R Auto Glass. Man, I suppose we buried the sports lead today.
What sports lead?
Because I just don't care.
What about the press conference yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, what is there to say that's not ridiculous and negative? And speaking of Joker, it's just bullshit and buffoonery and
I know one thing. Jerry's tired of you people.
I'm tired of him.
He's tired of you people.
Haters? I know.
He's tired of you people.
He wants us to get over it. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to get over it by not giving a shit about you anymore and not wasting my time on your team. That was not the Brian Schottenheimer.
He pointed his finger at y'all.
I know.
He's like, you think?
I know.
I was like, oh, shit, Derek, fight back.
Yeah.
Be a man, fight back.
Because he's getting crushed on a national level. And the stuff that I've been hearing, the major talk shows across the country, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, point your finger at Troy, dude, because he's ripping your ass too. The things I've said about the Jones clan for 10 years, finally they're saying it now on a national level, and he's hearing it. He doesn't give a shit.
No.
He's going to quadruple down. Did you notice how they introduced his son yesterday, Stephen?
No.
Co-owner Stephen Jones. So apparently,
hasn't he always been?
Not on paper, but apparently sometime over the last year or so, they have now legally made all of the kids actual partners in the franchise.
Good for Jerry.
Well, he's 82.
Good for Jerry.
Yeah. He's not going to sell the team. They're not going to sell the team when he dies. It's going to be status quo. And in many ways, I almost think Stephen may be worse than his dad. So that was not the Brian Schottenheimer press conference. That was the Jerry Jones wags his finger at his haters press conference.
We got a glory hole blast off.
We have a new one. And he even admitted, yeah, I know this is a massive risk to hire Schotty. Yeah, why are you needing to take the massive risk? Because you have a massive asshole ego. The Dallas Cowboys, more than ever, are shackled. We are chained to a madman. We're stuck with Arthur Fleck running the football team. Chaos. Doesn't care about winning.
I love chaos.
And doesn't care what you think about it either. So we get that. And by the way, Dion was never even a candidate. We got our hopes up for nothing. He said, I just wanted to call Dion and we just talked about the team. We talked about Colorado, talked about the Cowboys. He was never a candidate. Never.
Love it.
But it was to the point where Dion felt compelled to put a tweet out, had a great conversation with the Joneses.
It was definitely intriguing.
Didn't say he was. Yeah, see, Dion made it look like he was a candidate.
Because Dion's a master marketer too.
Sure.
I mean, this guy invented prime time.
Yeah, I know. Maybe Dion knew he wasn't really a candidate, but let us all think he was for a week or two just to get his name out there.
Maybe Colorado throw you a couple extra million.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, recruit. Hey, 5-star wide receiver. I turned down the Cowboys. I told Jerry no. I don't want to be associated. Right. I love it here in Boulder where it snows all year and 95% of the population are white folks. But come on in and play for the Buffs. Maybe it was all that. Dude, the Cowboys are and not even just their fans, the players. You report to Jerry, and never before. And I've said it for why. See why? So basically, we wasted 5 years with Mike McCarthy.
What do you mean?
Because McCarthy was not a. Mike McCarthy was not all. He was not. He was not just that. He was not a tap dancer. He wasn't Daffy Ducking for Jerry.
No, he did what he was supposed to.
He rode the line,
but he didn't tap dance. No, I never.
He wasn't like he wasn't defiant though. He was just Mike. Schottenheimer, yes, master. How high do you want me to jump? Of course, I will suck your penis. No problem. No lube, no problem.
Hey, mark that, LG.
Hey, try not to suck any dick on the way through the parking lot.
941. Mark that. Yes, I will suck your penis. Please mark that. LG.
I need to take a break from the Cowboys of talking about them.
Well, we got 5 months to do it. There's nothing going down till mini camp
here's
training.
What happens? You never know who might be watching this show. I'm trying to get our show to the next level, and when I talk about them, it brings out the worst in me. Like my vulgarity,
gosh,
my cussing.
Yeah, you hear what you just said?
Yeah, I did.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate.
I need to take a break from talking about them because they're just. There's nothing to say about them that's not vulgar.
Well, let's do it now. More to January 28th, 941, unless it's major news. Let's ban them.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to talk about the new special teams coach. Who cares?
All
If you want to know that shit, you can.
There's
go
plenty
know
of
it.
outlets for it.
That is correct. That's right. I'm not.
Well, this was yesterday. Was a press conference to introduce new coach. Jerry got some great one-liners off. It makes sense.
And I need to be able to have self-control, but right now I just can't. I need a break from that. I'm 50 years old. Life is too short to waste your time on idiocracy and bullshit like that.
Sure.
There's nothing about that that's good up there. There's no reason to support that. There's no reason to care. I am completely indifferent. I don't give two shits about that. Matt Bernard points out how awesome Aaron Glenn was at his press conference.
I didn't see it.
We don't get that.
It didn't matter.
You don't get that.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The only one that mattered was the Cowboys.
That's correct.
It just is what it is.
Ridiculous.
Robert Godina, 1971. Thank you for the $1.99.
Thank you, man. God bless Aaron Glenn. We get Brian Schottenheimer. And I never paid attention to him because why would I? He's a rando spare assistant who doesn't even call the plays.
Right.
He carries Dak's jock to and from the locker room. That's all his job has been the last 5 years. I didn't notice this till yesterday because why would I? He has a terrible haircut.
Damn, now we judging the man's haircut,
yeah,
Mike?
Who's cutting his hair? He
got to find a barber in Dallas, man. Give him some time.
Stevie Wonder can't be cutting your hair, dude. You got to find somebody who
I
can
heard
see.
Stevie Wonder can see.
He cannot see.
I've heard a lot of different rumors that Stevie is not.
Is that where we are now?
Stevie's not blind. Carmelo Anthony went on his podcast and said, Stevie Wonder came up to me and told me he loves watching me play.
Well, maybe his other sensors are so strong he feels like he is watching him play.
Shaq said Stevie ain't blind either.
That's not true. I think I've seen Stevie
I've
without
heard
the
he's
glasses.
partially blind.
I've seen Stevie without the glasses.
He said Shaq walks on the elevator. Shaq's like, I walk on the elevator. Stevie Wonder's there. And Stevie goes, hey, what's up, Shaq? And Shaq's kind of looking around at Stevie's handlers like,
no.
I'm serious. I'm just telling you what celebrities. There's multiple.
Like, can he see shadows or something?
Multiple celebrities say Stevie been running a great bit on us.
I hope that's not true. I don't want to find that out.
Why?
I don't, because I love Stevie Wonder. I don't want to spend 50 years of my life thinking he's this, and I find out at 50 he's not. I don't need to hear that. I'll you know what? Let me just pretend that.
Well, there is a video of him. The reason why I call BS, and Matt brings it up in the chat, I saw him shoot a free throw, and he almost hit somebody that was standing 30 feet away. It wouldn't even come close.
Yeah, but if you're doing a bit, you can on purpose miss a free throw.
I don't know,
You're
man.
Messing with my head.
Multiple celebrities say Stevie can see.
If I find out he's been running a bit this whole time.
You should love it. You're the best at running a bit in the business. You should actually give that a golf clap.
But how? But that's an insult to actual people that are vision impaired.
Right. If we can't say blind anymore, is that
No,
also is that offensive?
I'm saying
okay.
that for fun. I'm making a point. That would be an insult to people that have a real disability.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't run around acting like you have Tourette syndrome if you don't. You don't walk around acting like
You never know.
Come on now. I really hope that's not true. I don't want to know. I don't. If it is, I don't want to know. That's unfortunate. I don't want to hear about that, and I don't want to hear about the Cowboys anymore.
All right, cool.
Dude, I'm going to go drink after this.
Let me Google this.
Unfortunate.
Is Stevie Wonder?
L. Harley 210 just gave us $2. Thank you, man. Cowgirls are crap. Stop buying their stuff. They're shite. Stop buying their merch. Good. I'm not buying anything they do. Why? Tell me the entertainment value with them. Because I've been saying that in the last couple of weeks and trying to come to grips with having to continue to care, or not care, but pay attention.
Yeah.
Just entertain me. What is entertaining about that? Those are slime balls.
No, it's car wrecks, train wrecks, madness.
But they're the one that does it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That is entertaining to people.
They
Smiles and glory.
Rubbernecking.
They wreck
rubberneck.
themselves on purpose.
We
Car
rubberneck.
wrecks are entertaining that are accidental.
Knock on wood. I don't want to see nobody getting a car
Yeah,
wreck.
look,
But I'm just saying we watch bullshit.
But they're scumbags.
We acted like, what was that dude? We acted like Tiger King was good. We love bullshit.
Well, he was nuts.
The Cowboys are Tiger King.
That guy was just crazy.
Yeah, and so
I
was
don't
the
think
lady.
he was a scumbag.
And what was the lady's name?
Dude was a scumbag. Come on.
No, I didn't. No, okay. Now, I only watched that once.
I just watched it because it was COVID.
I
There
watched
was no
one
sports on.
episode and I was out.
Oh, you didn't watch the full
No,
series?
I couldn't do that. No.
The Last Dance and Tiger King got us through COVID. When that sports shut down.
I liked The Last Dance, and Tiger King I thought was terrible.
You were out, Mike.
Yeah, I like a good bit that is genuine, that's funny. That I'm just doing a gag. That's not really how I am, right? And I'm doing it for fun. The Cowboys, though, are not doing a bit. They are scumbags.
Jerry seriously thinks he's making great moves. But see, that to me is the funny part. Like, you ever seen a guy?
But he's also a scumbag.
No, I don't know if he's a scumbag. I'm
Yes,
not gonna call
do.
Jerry a scumbag. He's not a scumbag. He's just he's delusional.
Slimeball.
He really thinks that's the funny part to me, is he really thinks he's playing chess.
He's an asshole, sir.
Have you ever seen the guy that they invite to the poker game because he sucks? And he's just taking his money? Jerry's the guy at the poker game that thinks he's good. Mm-hmm. And everybody in the running joke at the table at the
Right, he's a
recurring
laughing
game,
stock.
It's like, this dude freaking sucks. I'm gonna take $200-300 grand from him tonight. That's what Jerry is. He really thinks he's out here making good moves.
But let the man has a good point. This is why I think they're scum. The Cowboys spent the day defending. Oh no, hey, wait, no. The Cowboys are the type that will donate $500,000 to the Salvation Army, yet spend $5 million bragging about it.
Damn. That's what y'all think of them? I
no
know
cattle.
They suck, but
They don't have anything, though. That's the thing. You got to have something. Have something. At least the Tiger King was actually saving. He cared about animals genuinely.
Well,
Did he?
no.
you didn't think so? I think he really loved the Tigers LG. He just didn't realize how much it was going to cost, and he ended up feeding them a bunch of bullshit like Walmart dumpster food. But I think he cared about the Tigers.
This man
just couldn't afford them.
paid a woman $250,000 for 18 years to not get in my life, daughter. That's a scumbag. This guy has shared women with his own son on the team bus.
I'm not going there.
That's what scumbags do. He's a scumbag. I can confidently say he's a slime bucket, a horrible human. There are lots of other people that entertain me, that are not scumbags.
Sure.
There's crazy people that literally think that they're great and genius, and they're not. But they're not. I draw the line at slimeball, and I'm a father. I draw the line at paying someone off to not take care of them as a father. And that chaps my ass. That's the thing that I'll never get over that part. The paying the woman off. that you had a baby with.
So just stay here.
That makes me
fun,
nuts.
baby.
Yeah, that makes me nuts. You know, Dave Grohl.
Who's that?
Foo Fighters, Nirvana.
Okay.
Love Dave Grohl. Seems like
Is
a
he the
really cool
drummer?
guy. Well, he was the drummer for Nirvana. He's the lead singer and guitarist for Foo Fighters.
Got you.
One of my favorite rock bands. Dave announced a few months ago he had an affair. He's been married for 20-something years to his current Mrs. Grohl. They got two grown daughters. They're like older teenagers, early 20s. Came out a couple months ago. I have fathered a child. I had an out-of-wedlock affair. The woman I was with had a baby. The baby's 2, 3, 4 months old. Dave comes out, acknowledges it. I'm a dad. I want to be in this baby's life. Obviously, it's a hard time for my wife and my kids. We're having a hard time. This is all I'm going to talk about it. I'm devastated that I've hurt my wife and kids. I'm working on that, but but that is my child, and I want to be in that kid's life. So I got to do both.
So that's how Jerry should have handled it.
Yeah, we find out 19 years later that he's
Range
been
Rovers,
paying this
education.
woman off every year with a big
away.
fat check to stay away. And for what reason would you want that?
To keep
stay
your
away?
wife happy.
But no. But then she's a scumbag too.
But that's what it's about. Like, let's be clear. Like, you don't want your wife constantly triggered by the fact that you nutted in another female.
Yeah, but they have a baby.
No,
have
I
a
got you.
baby. You don't want this man to be a good father to his baby just because. No, then that makes Gene Jones a scumbag too. Although she's been with Jerry all these years and put up with all this shit that he's done, so obviously she's a scumbag. The Joneses are scumbags. I cannot, in good conscience, support them what they do. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Were him and Steven really sharing chicks?
Yes. It's been long
You seen
said.
his daddy's balls?
Clapping.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's one thing to see your pops naked. It's another to see him clapping.
No, I'm not in no room with no other naked man. I ain't never been on them type of missions.
You've been in locker rooms.
No,
That's not
but
the
I ain't
same
never
as
been-
seeing your pops
I ain't
handling
been on.
business.
I ain't never been on cheek smacking
Dude.
missions with other dudes in the room.
Dude, no, and that's different. No, I cannot in good conscience support them. And I tried to enjoy the entertainment of it all, but that whole thing yesterday, Rudy, it just made me feel nasty.
Everything's been cringe the last
It's
20-something years.
cringe.
It's cringe, yeah.
That's not entertaining. That's cringe.
And there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Right. So we'll talk about them when they make the news, but I'm just to the point now where it's like, I can't. It's gross. There's a lot of other silly, entertaining things out there in this world that are not scummy and cringeworthy. It's cringe. Wayne
go
just
ahead.
gave us $4.99. I'm a Cowboys fan, not a Jerry fan. Please pray for me. I've tried to be, well, I support the guys on the team. I can't do that anymore. I can't even do that. I love CeeDee Lamb. I can't. I'm not going.
CeeDee
I don't
Lamb
care
grew
about
on me.
that.
I didn't like CeeDee Lamb at first, but CeeDee grew
I like
on
CeeDee.
me.
He's
I like CeeDee.
freaking baller.
Yeah, I like CeeDee.
And by the way, I question anybody that wants to be a Cowboy.
Everybody wants to be.
I don't know as much anymore. There were for a while, everybody wanted to be a Cowboy. Not that you can be. They don't spend any money in free agency. They spent the least amount of money over the last 4 years in free agency than any team in the NFL, including the Browns and Jaguars. And they're worth more than. That's the other thing. They're a $12 billion franchise. And look, there's a salary cap.
Yeah.
But they still don't spend. What's he paying Schottenheimer? Of the 32 coaches currently in the
I have to
league,
look at it.
the
Go
Saints
ahead.
don't have a head coach yet. I'm hoping it's Mike McCarthy. Of the 32 teams in the league, Schottenheimer is probably going to be third or fourth or fifth from the bottom. If he's not all the way to the bottom, a lot of franchises don't. The Cowboys don't post what they pay their coaches because they know that they'll get criticized for it. Because well, I was going to say that they're ashamed of it. They're not ashamed. They don't want to say because they lowball coaches. They don't spend money in free agency. I don't know why Will McClay continues to work for them. I'd have left years ago to become a GM and try to be a respectable. Nothing about that's respectable.
Yeah.
You got Rich Dalrymple doing bits, filming under the skirt of Jerry's daughter, and she's letting him doing it.
And filming cheerleaders while they change.
And filming cheerleaders.
And Jerry knew.
And covered it up for 7 years and paid one of the cheerleaders to stay away. He's a scumbag.
That's scumbag.
I cannot.
I think he has
scumbag
conscience. Moments. I don't think he's a scumbag.
How many? We all have bad days. He's had bad years.
Decades.
Yes, he's a scumbag. I cannot get over that.
I feel you.
And then throw in the fact that he does not run the franchise worth of shit. And low balls. Hires Schottenheimer. It's just, none of it. I'm out of words. I'm not trying to.
No, it's all good.
It brings out the worst in me as a person. I can't do it. I can't.
Well, we will continue to do it.
And when we have to.
Yeah.
But it really chaps me this time of year every year. I get like this every year at this time. Maybe I'll get back to a point where it's like, it's entertaining, whatever. And when they lose, it's funny. But this time of the year, it really exacerbates those ugly feelings I have for them because I watch what Patrick Mahomes does. I watch Mr. Hunt accept a trophy. I watch Josh Allen. I watch Jalen Hurts. I watch Saquon Barkley. I watch these organizations.
Right.
The Eagles are in the Super Bowl for the third time in 8 years because they do the things necessary to win. Teams that win every year do the things that teams that win every year do. Teams that lose every year, they do the things that teams that lose every year do. And during the playoffs, you see there's a lot of turnover in the NFL because you can get good in a hurry.
And then you get bad in a hurry, too, though.
You can.
You get bad in a real quick hurry.
And then you got Dallas. They're an outlier. No one's like Dallas.
Well, the last team in the NFC side to make it to a championship game.
Yeah. No one's like them. No one can win 12 games 2 years in a row and have 11 Pro Bowlers with nothing to show for it like them. They're the masters of bullshit. And I just cannot in good conscience care about what they do. All right. I spent too much time on them now. Thank you to slackers. Slackers. Still having good times from Friday night's party, our 1 year anniversary celebration we had with everybody over at the Slackers on Thousand Oaks and 281, the official sports bar of In the Building. 5 locations in the city. You got the Thousand Oaks. You got the Med Center, Fredericksburg Road, St. Mary's down near downtown, Nacogdoches. Which one am I missing?
Rector.
North Star Mall.
North Star.
Back behind North Star Mall on Rector.
North.
Yeah, I kind of lose my train of thought.
NAWF.
I'm just angry.
Yeah.
I'm just grossed out by the Cowboys and everything that they do. All right. I'll be traveling Thursday, fellas.
What time's your flight leave?
7:30 in the morning.
10-4.
Just letting y'all know. Y'all knew I was leaving Thursday.
Yeah, I knew you were leaving. I think.
Going to see my kids. And I hope LG will be proud of me. In recent days, I have become a TSA pre-check traveler.
So it came back in time. How long did it take?
A week.
What was it, $85 for 5 years? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so no more going through the cattle line for me.
The only problem is because clearly you're going to LAX. LAX, everybody has pre-TSA. But I mean, here, some other places it'll come in handy for you.
This is true, yeah. You'll have a long line at LAX for TSA pre-check.
Not going there this time.
You're not going through LAX?
I was able to avoid it. No, I found a Houston route. I'm going San Antonio, Houston, Honolulu.
Oh,
from Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. I got really lucky. I've had some bad junkets. And then coming home next week, it's Honolulu, Houston, San Antonio.
Nice.
Yeah. I keep knocking fake Rudy off because I keep banging the table.
You flying Spirit?
I talk Cowboys and I bang the damn table.
I don't think Spirit can make it across the ocean.
No, Spirit does not go to Hawaii. They'd have to stop on a cargo ship to refuel.
No shit, dude.
Matt Bernard, 199. Here's some for side piece babies. Shout out, they matter too. Poor girl, it's awful.
Send that to Jamaica.
Dude, I don't have a fun baby in Jamaica. And if I found out that I did, I would step up, man, and be a dad.
The beach.
I'm proud of being
a little
a
half black Mike Taylor.
No.
Oh.
No. They like to act like they're people like to pretend that. I had to warn Nina when we first started dating, you're going to hear guys make jokes about my Jamaican fun baby. I don't have one.
Okay.
Mama would have reached out to me by now because, I love you, Michael. I want to come to Texas. Please help me. Please help me come to America. No, dude. I was 18.
Oh.
Can we let that go? I never even should have told that story.
It's all good, man.
1993.
Jesus.
What do you call the sweet tooth?
Yeah, it's a sweet tooth.
Oh, I had a bunch of donuts that week.
Sweet tooth. A little chocolate. She put it on you. Put the chocolate on you.
Okay. I don't have a baby. I was responsible.
Oh.
But I'm a TSA pre-check traveler. I have a list.
I'm glad you are.
LG told us yesterday in a post-show meeting that America loves lists. All right, I have right here the 10 airports that busted the most people at the check-in with a gun.
Give me some music, LG.
You want to go through these? All right. These airports busted the most people last year at the TSA check-in with guns.
I think people forget.
More than 50% of these guns were loaded. Bullets in the chamber at the airport.
What good is an unloaded gun?
I mean, that's a great question.
That's a fair point.
I mean,
and a natural comeback.
I think seatbelts on airplanes are useless.
I always take mine off.
Wait until you come to an abrupt stop on the tarmac. Then you'll wish you had your seatbelt on.
Oh, okay.
All right. 126 times last year.
Okay.
Somebody got caught with a gun at Austin Bergstrom International.
Austin. Well, Texas.
Austin.
Of course, there's a bunch of guns. That makes sense.
So 126 in Austin. 135 times it happened in Tampa, Florida.
They're gun people. They're gun nuts.
143 times, Dallas Love Field.
Gun nuts.
150 times, Orlando International.
Florida. Gun nuts. You see
We've
where
got a
this is
trend here.
You see where this is going?
166, Denver International.
Okay, that's shocking.
There's a lot of Cowboys in Denver, mountain guys and stuff.
Yeah.
188 times, Nashville International.
Deep South.
Tennessee.
Okay.
Fuck you mean I can't have a
Deep
gun?
South.
What kind of bullshit
Yeah,
is
Deep
this?
South.
This is why we got to get Trump back in office. I can't take my bazooka on the airplane.
So Denver's the only one I'm not shocked at. That I am shocked at so far. Okay.
All right. 247.
Damn.
Phoenix Sky Harbor.
That one shocks me. Okay.
272 times George Bush International, Houston.
Oh, of course.
You bet your ass. 390 times Dallas Fort Worth International.
Texas is on this list 5 times already.
We're rolling. And the airport last year that had the most gun busts with a whopping 440. That's over one a day.
Georgia.
Did you see this report?
No.
Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta.
It's the South, baby.
It's also one of the busiest airports in
It
the
is
nation.
super
Very
busy.
busy, but I mean, it's not like these are people connecting. This is the original airport where they took off from. But you're right; they are very busy.
But what? I'm trying to figure out, like, unless it's a road
Atlanta
trip,
by far number one.
I don't get that.
SEC baby.
I don't get how you have a gun in the luggage, even if you're like forgot. Like, why is it in there? Like, if you're on a roadie, first of all, if I'm on a roadie, if I was a gun guy, it's going to either be in the glove compartment or the armrest.
It's packed away and it's checked. It's down in the cargo.
But I thought you couldn't do that. Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, you can check a gun. You just can't carry it on.
Right.
Oh.
Now, and every state has different laws. My understanding is that here in Texas, if you get caught with a gun, they don't confiscate the gun, but they kick you off the flight and they report you to the local authorities. Like they get local
Then you go on
law
this
enforcement,
list.
and then whatever the laws are in that particular state where you are, they let the local law, like TSA, they don't put you in jail, they don't take your gun, they call the local PD over.
You're missing the flight though.
You're missing your flight, and you get thrown with them, and then y'all can figure it out from there. That's how they do that.
Someone just bought 3 coffees. Here's some coffee for Joy Taylor's amazing Tiggle Bitties. Also, American Primeval is amazing, which is a Western show on Netflix.
I need to peep that. It's on my list.
Supposedly it's about the Mormons.
From Joy Taylor's Tiggle Bitties to the Mormon Church. Quite the post, someone. Thank you.
Thanks for the coffees. You're entitled to your opinion.
Someone, did you figure out how to join as a member on YouTube yet? Hit me up if you need more help.
Country
Thank you.
bumpkin asking, you not figured out someone? I know him.
Oh.
Yeah, he's country boy to the max. Stupid. Some of these things are dumb. I'm not reading that. Matt gets enough of his stuff.
Yeah, he gets enough. He's good.
Ruben, I actually had bullets in my backpack after a hunting trip. I felt like an idiot for forgetting they joked. At least I didn't have the gun. Oh.
Ammo's expensive, Ruben.
I got yelled at and thrown into a room in London once.
Why?
Scissors.
Damn.
I had a kindergartner, my 26-year-old, who was in kindergarten at the time. I somehow wanted her little kindergarten scissors with the rounded edges.
With the rounded edges.
Right. We're in a backpack, and I got yanked to the room. What are you doing with these scissors, mate? Oh man, those are my daughters. I had no idea.
Oh
they were
yeah,
in
I was gonna nub somebody to death.
You can't have scissors on. You can't have scissors in the backpack, mate. You can't have it. You kept calling me mate. Hey, first of all, buddy, I ain't your mate. And I got red listed for like 7 years. Every time I flew, I had to get pulled over to the side.
Oh my gosh.
Body check, all that shit. It's a I've been swabbed.
I had a belt.
Thankfully, that went away.
I had like this little silver thing on some shorts I had. You want to? You're going off. You want to go to a room? Or you want me to fill on your balls right here, man? If you're gonna fill on my balls right here, I'm not going to a room. Just fill me up right here. Put your finger in my ass. Whatever you got to do.
Mark that 10:07.
Wow.
Stick your cock up her ass.
I was like, come on, man. I'm not going to a room. I'm already running behind. Just fill on me right here.
Jeez. All right, y'all want to meet Vince Young?
Great transition.
There ain't one. This weekend, we got the Alamo Card Show. It's a great card show, and it's at a church. Now I feel worse. At 24/7 Church, Saturday and Sunday this weekend. It is the Alamo Card Show back. They do these periodically at 24/7 Church. 2 full, huge halls, a gym, and like an auditorium that are side by side where it's nothing but memorabilia. And they got VY coming Sunday. They'll be there from 2 to 4 signing autographs at 24/7 Church on 1604 in Judson Road in San Antonio, Texas. All right, I got a celebrity beef. I know you like celebrity beef.
I love celebrity beef.
And this is a weird one. And at first I thought it was a gag, but it turns out it might actually be true because Bill Burr's actually pissed off about it and wants to stop talking about it. You know who Billy Corgan is?
I don't know him.
So Billy Corgan is the lead singer and founder of one of my favorite bands, Smashing Pumpkins.
I know who Smashing Pumpkins are. I don't know any band members. I've heard of the band.
Well, Billy's the lead. He's the lead.
He's
of
the lead.
Smashing
Okay.
Pumpkins. So in the last couple of years, rumors have gotten out that he and Bill Burr might be half brothers. The comic Bill Burr, the great Bill Burr.
They do look similar.
Well, there might be something to this. So this is the New York Post. That's where I got this. So Bill was on, you know who Howie Mandel is?
Of course.
Comedian. He was on Howie's podcast.
Burr was.
Bill Burr. What Howie didn't tell Bill was that he had Billy Corgan waiting to come out and join the show. And Burr got taken aback and was like legit pissed.
Oh, he was mad for real.
For real. It was not a gag. I thought it was a bit, but it's not. And Billy Corgan thought, wow, I thought you'd think this was funny. Bill's like, no, I don't want to fucking talk about this. He was pissed. So, and according to the New York Post, their write-up says Bill Burr isn't happy with Howie Mandel after the latter invited an unwanted guest onto their podcast episode. Burr, 56 years old, unloaded on Mandel, who's now 69, after Smashing Pumpkins singer Billy Corgan showed up mid-interview on the Howie Mandel Does Stuff podcast last week on the 21st. Burr, when Billy walks out, Bill looks over at Howie and goes, "You're an asshole." And they're laughing, but Burr's like, "I'm not laughing." So Billy Corgan was under the impression that Howie had told Burr. And then Corgan got pissed at Howie too. "Wait, I thought you were going to tell Bill I was here. You shocked him with me." And so now both of them are pissed at each other, and they're more pissed at Howie over the whole thing. Billy goes, "I'm sorry, Bill." They're both named Bill.
Yeah.
So Corgan tells Burr, "Man, I'm sorry. I thought he told you." This is going on the air. It was very cringe.
I love it.
And Burr's like, "No, he didn't tell me." So Burr then at one point goes, "Can we edit this out of the podcast?" But enough people, no.
It was probably live, right?
And then Burr goes, "Fuck it, I'll go ahead and do it." And then Burr decides he was going to jump on Howie on the show and goes, "Did you ever think the fact that I've never told that story that maybe you shouldn't either? Like I wanted this secret. This was not a big. This is not something I wanted out."
Now, I know that's your guy, Mike, but how can a comedian who's made millions of dollars talking shit about people not be able to take a joke?
That's fair because this is family. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was caught off guard.
Yeah, that's true.
So in the past, Billy Corgan is one that said it's possible.
So there probably are, and that's why it's sensitive because that means somebody along the line stepped
right.
out.
So Billy Corgan, the Smashing Pumpkins singer, says, "One time my mom told me, 'Do you know who Bill Burr is?' And I was like, 'Yeah, the comedian.' And my mom told me that Bill Burr might be one of the children that your father sired during his days of being a traveling musician." So
this is probably true. That's
Billy
why
Corgan's dad was a musician too and traveled with bands around the country and stuff and was knocking, being Jerry Jones. And his wife suspected that he had a fun baby in the Boston area. That's where Bill Burr is from. And Burr says, "You know how many emails I've gotten for this crap?" So despite the tension, then Burr tells Billy Corgan, "Listen, man, you've done well for yourself. I'm happy for you. But I would just prefer if you just kind of didn't go around telling these effing stories. Like, why did you feel the need to do that?" Then he starts jumping on Corgan. And so Billy Corgan shared with Burr that it was Howie who convinced me to tell the story. Howie convinced me to tell this story, and I thought you knew about it. The first thing he said to me was, "Here comes Bill Burr." And I go, "Do you know that story somehow?" And he said, "Yeah, what story?" And so I told him privately that story, and he said, "Oh my God, you got to say this on the air." And then Burr's like, "Nah, bullshit, you're just doing this for ratings."
Yes.
Burr says he's bringing, then Burr's like talking to Corgan, says he's just bringing you in here not because he's trying to heal anything of what we went through growing up. What was supposed to happen? We're going to go play catch now? I mean, we're both in our 50s. Burr does not want to get to know Billy Corgan. And basically said, "I don't want you telling this story anymore." So I think they are half brothers. And they do look a little bit alike now that I say. They both have gone completely bald, and their dad was bald.
Genetics.
And it's the same daddy. Crazy story, right?
It is.
It's crazy. I love Bill Burr. I love Billy Corgan. And I love Smashing Pumpkins. I love Bill Burr. But Bill Burr's like, what are we going to do? Be buddies? We're in our 50s.
I would tell Bill Burr this.
Lighten up.
Not lighten up, but just, hey, man, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. You know how many men from that era, musicians or not, that were Rolling Stones?
Right. I know, back in the 70s.
7
60s.
years ago?
Yeah.
7 years ago, I had 2 people reach out to me on Facebook.
Excuse me?
Yeah, about 6-7 years ago, somewhere around there. One of them, "Hey, is your dad Isaiah Johnson?" "Yeah." "So's mine."
Oh.
Then a female reached out to me. "Hey, your dad Isaiah Johnson?" "Yeah." "So's mine." Our brother may have reached out to you. "We need to sign some papers. He has asbestos poison, and we need you to sign off so we can get this money."
Whoa.
So
You didn't do it, though.
of course I did.
Oh, you did? You went ahead and did it because they were telling the truth.
They were telling the truth. They were my brother and sister.
Wow.
I got a brother. It was an era, man. It was an era. Boomer men.
Yep.
Not all of them. Shout out to the ones that weren't, but boomer men were Rolling Stones.
Oh, Big Mike's got. I got a brother I hung out with once. But in defense of Bill Burr, like if I were to see that guy today, my brother,
Yeah.
I mean, hey man, how's it going? It'd be weird, but
No, we don't.
We're not
I
gonna
don't
go.
even- I don't
We're
talk
not gonna
to
go
them anymore.
fishing or anything.
I only talk to them when we're trying to get all this paperwork done, but there's no relationship.
Yeah.
Guess what Billy Corgan's father's name is?
What is it?
Bill.
William Corgan Sr.
And see-
Bill.
Right, and that's what Bill Burr has said. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with our dad? Why is he naming all of his sons Bill or Billy?
That's kind of weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Like you're making all these babies all over the
Yeah,
country.
Bill
and
Burr
they're
sounds like,
naming
I
them
don't want
after
y'all
him.
thinking this way of my father. Bro, relax.
By the way, I don't know if is this guy alive or dead, because he made some pretty damn good sons.
No
Some pretty
shit, right?
successful people.
No shit.
Shit.
He died in 2021 at age 74.
Wow. I'll be damned. That's nuts. Was it Dennis Rodman's dad? I think had like 50-something kids. Dennis is one of 50-something people.
Dennis has had a rough run at it too. You know, his daughter that's on the U.S. women's team wants nothing to do with them.
Nothing.
Hates his guts.
Yes.
Hates his guts.
And rips his ass all the time. When
He
she
was
gets the
never around.
opportunity.
Now he comes to my game. It's embarrassing. I don't want him here. Why is he here?
Now that I'm a pro athlete, now
Right.
he wants to come be daddy. I don't think so, playa.
Yeah.
Tough scene. Tough scene. I mean, I have reached out to family members. So my father was a fun baby. My dad never met his dad. And I found some of those folks on 23andMe. And I just, see, my dad wasn't sure who his dad was. He was pretty sure. All we had was a name. And so I did my 23andMe several years ago. Forgot all about my dad's situation. But then I saw all these different names coming up. Davidson. That were related to me through DNA. And I remember my dad thinking that his sperm donor last name was Davidson. And so I reached out to them just to confirm, hey, is your grandfather's name Leslie? Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, my dad, y'all grandpa's my daddy's dad. And I talked to some girl who was like my cousin, second or third. She's like, whoa, I need to tell my mother about that. Let me talk to my mom. I told her I don't want nothing. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, we ain't got to hang out. We ain't got to go to the park. I just want to know who
just
my
to give
people
my
are.
dad some closure, right?
Yeah.
Not that my dad like sought it or
No,
anything.
he wasn't.
And I talked to this woman. She's like, oh, wow, let me talk to my mother. Because I think, and then she got back to me. It's like, my mother told me to tell my aunt. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, get back to me on that. Just let me know. I don't want nothing to do with these people. I mean, do we have diseases in our family history I should know about or something,
And you don't want your kids marrying their kids.
Well, that too, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't
but
want to marry-
all of a
end up
sudden,
marrying your
They
cousin.
cut me off quick. I got ghosted by these people. I don't think they knew.
Yeah, and then you don't want-
Oopsies.
and at that point, you don't want to start no shit in the family.
Well, and this man had been dead 20-some odd
Oh,
years.
yeah.
And
That's
so-
no reason to bring
But
that up.
I told my dad about it. My dad's like, well, not surprised. I've always thought that had been my dad. Now we know. We're related to the Davidsons. It was a different time.
It was a different
It
time.
was a different time. And you can do a lot more things. That's why I say, I know we're running long. I say a lot, like, I know that our world seems pretty screwed up. I don't think it's any more screwed up than it's ever been.
We just got social media now.
We just know about all
Yeah,
of
we
it.
know about it all, right.
You think cops beat people up now? Shit.
Shit. There's a reason NWA started their movement.
Here's a picture of the two Bills.
Oh, God. Yeah, they got
Yeah.
the same daddy.
So the one on the left is Corgan, and Burr is the one on the right. Rudy, you know Bill Burr. So it's Bill Burr who's the fun baby.
Right.
It was Billy's dad was married to his mama, and it was because Billy's the musician, and that's how he got his skills from his dad. And dad was running around making babies, and like, yeah, pretty sure your dad had a son in Boston. Guess where Bill Burr's from? He's from Boston. They look like bros to
the
me.
ears. It's the ears for me.
Those boys look like brothers right there. Golly. All right, that's crazy. Thanks for putting that up, LG. That's an ender. Y'all take care of your P's and Q's, guys. That's it.
That shit is scary.
We be done. See, I can't do the RoboCop laugh unless it's natural.
It's got to be natural.
Yeah.
Got to be natty.
That's it. We're done. Love y'all hard. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all hard. Peace out. Thank you to Bill Burr. Thank you to Billy Corgan. F. Jerry Jones. Thank you, DJ LG. See y'all mañana. Mañana.
Smiles and glory holes.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.